Good afternoon, comic book fans. Welcome back to Ka-Pow Comics. It's been a while, but just because it was a bank holiday, I really wanted to review something yesterday, but there's like literally nothing left that I wanted to check out. So I thought, you know what, let's leave it a day. There's loads of cool stuff coming in. My delivery will arrive a day late to bank holiday, but it'll be fine. Turns out it literally just arrived, and I've rushed through to get this set up so I can at least show you what I've got. I'm probably going to be speaking slightly quicker even than I usually do, because there's a lot. And there's a lot of cool stuff that I want to get through. And there's a lot of stuff I want to tell you about and like talk to you in depth, but such is life. So we're going to start with graphic novels and manga. Some of these are like specific orders or back orders, but literally just arrived. So I didn't have a chance to sort anything out. So we've got Overlord Volume 1 back in stock. I think one of those has been asked for somebody. The other one is just because it's nice to have on the shelf. This one has been ordered somebody, Hilda and the Ghost Ship. We get asked quite often stuff for younger readers. That is one worth bearing in mind. Not quite for really young readers, but for young adults, Catwoman, Soul Stealer, which does look very cool. Sarah J. Maas, I'm fairly sure she's actually like a really famous author. Somebody's talking. I'm coming today and I'm going to pick up Batman New Adventures, #1 Season 2 guide. Yes, we do. I've got plenty of it. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which is one of those little mini ones, which is kind of cool. I always like these ones because they're really quite good value for money. It's $11.99, and you get an absolute buttload of comic book. This one I'm fairly sure is back order City of Bane, because that sold last week. This one has been ordered specifically for somebody. Wyatt the Last Man, Volume 3. This one is just new. Superman, Mythological, more of Brian Michael Bendis' Superman run. Speaking of Batman, the adventure continues. If you missed out on Season 1, got the entire set in one book now. Yay! One of my favourites, started last year, finished this year, really enjoyed it. Unkindness of Ravens from Boom Studios. Absolutely worth a look. Not just if you're a Sabrina fan, it's genuinely a cool comic book. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 from Al Ewing. I'll say Volume 2. I've literally not looked at the spine there. Yes, number 2. I just assumed it was 2 because we've already had number 1 in. All right, let me reorganise, shift these out of the way so I can get on to the fun stuff. I want to say fun stuff. A lot of action figures. Quite a few of them are spoken for, as is often the way. But I will still show you people because then you can go, I didn't know Ka-Pow Comics could get those in. Why don't I order 27 of them? Something that isn't on order, basically because we keep getting and selling out of it, Mandalorian. I think it's just the box standard Black Series one. There's a special edition kind of thing on it, but the Black Series stuff does look cool. And as I say, got a couple of that in stock if you've missed out the last couple of times you've had it. Oddly now, this is the Marvel Legends series tying in with the Shang-Chi movie. And yeah, that's Iron Man Tony Stark's AI. I mean, maybe he's in the movie? Don't know. Other Star Wars one now. This one I've kind of ordered because I really like the layout of it. I actually don't know who this is. Carnot Jax, apparently, is a dude in Star Wars. You get a little bit of a background info there on the liner notes. And very cool Black Series action figure. Fairly sure nobody asked for this one. I have to double check, but I actually just really like it. On some stuff which has been asked for now, and this is what I mean of stuff we wouldn't get on the shelf just for the sake of it, but is kind of cool that we can get it in. G.I. Joe Lady Faye, G.I. Joe Flint, and G.I. Joe Special Missions Cobra Island, Major Blood. Yeah. I don't know why that's a special thing, but apparently it is. Almost done. Next one, and this is an ordered one. I think I've just ordered it because I ordered lots at the same time. They haven't all arrived at the same time. But the Bill and Tedx and Adventure, just a phone booth. No action figures in there. But we have sold like all out of the action figures repeatedly. So I'm guessing that anyone who's bought the action figures may want to get the phone booth too. I'm fairly sure it's not been ordered by anybody. So if you're seeing that and go, yes, I want that, shout out. And finally, Neil and the Funko Games one, Five Nights at Freddy's, 5 till 6 a.m. For 1 or 2 players. Fairly sure this is a Funko game which actually doesn't have any Funko Pops. No, it's got power dice. But who knows? Still fun. And yeah, that's those. Now we're on to comic books. And this is where we have like just a bit of actual fun and see what we've got coming in. Start off with Amazing Spider-Man, The Chameleon Conspiracy Part 1, which means any excuse. They've put it up to $5, so it's a bit extra for that one. The first of many issue 1s that I'm wanting to read and review this week. Do not be surprised if you see, if you subscribe to us, and you should subscribe to us, we're awesome. You'll get a few more notifications this week, because I'm probably going to be reviewing 1 or 2 a day. Probably going to do a Saturday, maybe even a Monday or next Tuesday as well. but we're starting with this one, Basilisk, Cullen Bunn, over Boom Studios. Cullen is excellent at horror, and I'm looking forward to it. Next up, we start the Batman portion of the day with 109 by the rather wonderful Tinian, and just in case anyone wants them, with myself, the variant cover, which looks very, very cool. And then Batman: The Adventure Continues, Season 2, Issue 1. I do like this cover artist. I like what's going on there. It's got a Court of Owls and a Deadman feel going on to it. Very, very cool. The variant cover, although shiny, and I like the backdrop to it, not as fun. More Batman, you say? Well, go on then. Batman Catwoman, the Tom King one, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. Variant cover just for me. But you say, surely there is more Batman comics. Yes, there is. Batman Fortnite 0 point. We are still coming in short on release because a lot of people added it on, and we did our best to up our orders, but we are at the mercy of the FOC system, and DC Comics not making enough. BRA Built number 3, we were one short last week, so that's corrected that little mistake. Black Cat issue 7 and Black Friday issue 2, which came out ages ago. Is this Scout? Yeah. Scout have got this thing at the moment where when you get an issue 1, instead of like asking comic book store to issue 2 before issue 1's even come in store, they actually give a couple of months to let people get stuff in, and that's cool. Berserker issue 1, which was a back order specifically for somebody. Latest of the Buffies, Vampire Slayer. Commanders in Crisis, for the person who gets that. This is another new one, which I've been looking forward to. Basically, I'm a big fan of the movies, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Not all of them have been absolutely stellar, don't get me wrong, but the Conjuring comic book, The Lover, variant cover, which I quite like that one. It's going to be for me. Something Unholy has chosen Jessica. Oh, yes. Looking forward to the movie, I've got to be honest. Crime Syndicate, which is just for somebody who likes all their Justice League things. Another issue 1, and looking forward to giving this one a read because I've really been enjoying Rika Tamaki lately. Crush and Lobo, issue 1, in case you haven't spotted that, Pride thing. Very cool DCL push and all of this kind of stuff. It's kind of nice that they're putting the branding on there, and a good time to launch it. And there's the variant cover as well, which, if anything, is just really sweet. Right, so let me put these back and make sure I'm not doing any damage. Deep Beyond, which is just a weird, creepy sci-fi horror. Dead Dog's Bite, which has been one of the best things I've read in a long time. I'm totally going to grab the collection the moment that drops. Dryad. That is just... Oh, sorry. Somebody has just... In fact, somebody's messaged me, and I absolutely know what that is without even clicking on it. Frank Miller's been announced as being one of the guests on Thought Bubble. I don't even need to click on that. The fact that I know who that message came from, and I've just seen the news about 3 minutes ago, yeah, he's telling me about that. Family Tree from Jeff Lemire. Can't get excited. Normal by collections. Yay! So you get to actually try out single issue comic books, and that's cool. To be honest, single issue comic books are kind of the reason why still open, so thank you. Green Lantern issue 3 variant cover. If you've been buying Green Lantern from the shelf, you'll not see a number 3 up there, simply because when we ordered issue 1 and 2 and issue 3, we only had one person down for it. So I didn't order loads, and eventually I stopped ordering. Turns out people have been buying it from the shelf, so we'll have to play catch up. But order things from us in advance is way easier for all of us. Next up, though, Hellions, part of the Hellfire Gala. And we have some bad news for the fans of the Hellfire Gala thing. We were supposed to have in today X-Force, I think, X-Force or X-Factor, I can't off the top of my head, but we never got sent any. So we're hoping to get those in for next week, but I can't make any promises until I know what's going on. Right, we're going to get some Heroes Reborn. I'm going to grab a handful to do more at the same time here. First off, number 4, which was supposed to arrive last week but didn't, and I totally didn't spot it until far too late that it was missing. But then we also have Heroes Reborn at number 5, and to go along with it, Stormbreakers variant. Message come through to my phone, has to come through to my laptop. Brilliant. American Knights, which is another Heroes Reborn one, and a variant for that one too, because who doesn't love a good variant? Next up, very much heading towards the end game with Immortal Hulk, but that is a very cool cover. I'm used to seeing, like, the Avengers fighting Hulk when he kind of, Hulk's out. So, Captain America, Black Panther, you can see Iron Man there, Thor in the background, Captain Marvel, but Blade as well. I just can't help but feel he's out of his league, just a little bit. Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon, very, very cool cover, that one. This one is just for the Iron Man fans. Yeah, just the annual. Although it's also Infinite Destinies, but honestly, when you read it, it's Dynsten. I confused me. I thought Infinite Densities at first. We do also have, for that one, because we specifically asked for it, a Rob Liefeld variant with Deadpool on it. Because. Justice League 62, which I think was one we were missing to play catch up on. Lady Death, issue 2 of that little mini. The latest Man-Bat. I am loving this cover. I mean, it's kind of classic horror stuff going on there, but literally pile of skulls. Who doesn't love a pile of skulls? Nice big handful of Marauders. Hey, look, more Hellfire Gala. You know, shame we missed one of them. I hope it's not going to mess with people's reading. Like, hopefully it's one that's kind of like stuck at the end. Marvel Action Captain Marvel. Just excellent title. And kind of fun cover. I like what they're doing there. And also Marvel... Oh, hang on. This is Marvel Action Marvel Action Classics 2-in-1 Spider-Man, which I totally forgot we even ordered. This one, Marvel Tales: The Trials of Loki. Another new one now from AWA, who I've been quite enjoying recently, as you probably know by now. Moths by Jeff Shasinski. And My Little Pony. Right, I'm going to move this box out of the way so I can get to the second box easier. Don't go anywhere. There's not as much in this box, so we're almost done. Thank you for bearing with me. Right, hang on, more than one time here. Next, Batman Second Son. I'm going to check how many of this we're supposed to have, because we've got a regular and a variant. I'm not sure if we're supposed to have more of that one. I'll have to look into it. What is my favorite ongoing comic series? At the moment, Daredevil. I don't even need to pause to think on that one. There's some other stuff that's really, really good out there. Department of Truth is absolutely kicking ass. I'm still liking both Batman and Detective. But the one I look forward to every single time, more even than Die, and Die was like one of my best of the year, I've got to say, Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil. It's one of the best versions of the character I've read in years. Nice House on the Lake, another one by James Tynion, speaking of the guy doing Batman and Department of Truth. And Something is Killing the Children, which, weirdly, although it's apparently brilliant and really popular, only one person gets it now still. But that is his new DC one. Apparently the artwork's really good. I'm not flicked through it yet, but Geordie Belair on colour is always a good sign. She rules. But for me, I'm going for this variant because I think that looks absolutely beautiful. Noctera next, which still just looks great, but story-wise felt like it was not hitting any new ground for me. Non-Stop Spider-Man by Joe Kelly. Nice classic lines on that cover. I really like it. Orville. This one's disappointing, I'm afraid. It's another issue 1, but we're supposed to have more than one copy of it. We've been charged for more than one copy of it, but they've only sent us one copy of it, which is Peter Milligan doing some weird, trippy sci-fi thing. Proctor Valley Road issue 2. Honestly, didn't even realize we would miss this one. Somebody actually messaged me because I haven't got it, but it's now turned up. Speaking of AWA and things for Pride, check out Redemption. Genuinely awesome. What we're now, issue 4 or 5? Issue 4. Almost finished it. I've loved every single issue of it so far. Genuinely cool. New one from Scout Comics. Now, I've only just paid attention to this, and it looks like somebody on the moon killing a chicken with a hatchet. Honestly, don't know what's going on in it. It was delayed. I think it was supposed to reach about a couple of weeks ago or last week, but it's turned up now, so that's okay. Savage Avengers, which is still a thing. I always thought that was just going to be a miniseries, but it's got a lot of love. Sensational Wonder Woman for the person who gets that one. Serial, excellent, serial killer sort of story. Another from Aftershock, Shadow Doctor. I've been hearing good things about that one. Never got around to reviewing it because there's only so much time in my day. Another issue 1, but one I'm probably not as fussed about. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters. It started now. After all the preludes, like an entire month of prelude, it's finally started. This one is one for me that I have been looking forward to. If it maintains this quality, I think you're going to see this one on my best of the year list. The Swamp Thing by Ram V, with a very cool, classic-looking variant cover there for me. That's what happens when I just order the variants. Sometimes I don't even pay attention to what the variant cover is. I'll just order it because it could be cool. Sometimes you get some gems. A couple that we were shy on for last week. Again, this is down to, unfortunately, me just not getting the orders in time. We've got the ongoing Transformers and Transformers Escape. One from Scoot, Unicorn, which is one aimed at children. But because it's a small press one, it's not got as much traction yet. Then Vampirella, regular ongoing, and Vampirella 1992. Vampirella fans might be able to tell me why it's important that year. Here, there would be an X Factor or X Force comic book, but as I mentioned before, don't have that. So we're just straight to Young Hellboy, The Hidden Land by Mike Mignola. So there we go. That is cool things which are here. And people can come and buy it, because usually when I do these videos on a Tuesday, I spend the rest of the day just quietly sorting it out, getting ready, sending off invoices and the like. As it is, because it's arrived a lot later in the day than I like, if you're watching this and thinking, oh, I hope I get an invoice later, might not arrive today. I promise I'm going to do my best, but I've just got a message as I was doing this, which popped up from my girlfriend, telling me the dog walker has had to cancel, which means I can't stay late today. In fact, I'd rather leave early so I can go home and walk my dog. So I do apologize if you do not get your invoice. Please just be patient. It's just me here and I'm doing my best. But I'm still also going to try like hell to get a few things read. Maybe she'll throw a review up later on. If you have any questions, get in contact. Stay safe, everyone. I'll speak to you later. Bye.